Yeah, he's difficult to lane against, but I still made mistakes in lane as well as outside of it. What I was confused about most was whether or not I should have been pushing more or actually grouping to try and help my team with the fights that were going to happen.
Yeah, the issue with Akshan is that, like, because he gets a shield if he does, like, the double auto thing, if you walk up to him, he's just gonna get his shield and immediately, like, negate any damage that you could do at level 1.
I also struggle with extended trades as well.
We are just straight up missing stun. So once this happens, where like you walk up, you try and trade with him with your Q, right? Obviously it doesn't work out whatsoever. As soon as that happens, you need to just give up the wave. Like, you basically have lost this trade, and you need to accept that you're not going to be able to control the wave from here. So you should not be walking up at all for minions. Like, he's going to hit level 2 off of the first melee minion that he kills. A good player is just going to walk straight down, hook onto the wall, and then, you know, hook shot through the lane and hit you. And because you already took, like, the worst end of the trade, you're not going to win it. You just need to give up lane control once you make a bad trade like that. Like, now, like, you absolutely cannot stay in lane. If you stay in lane, you just get dove by Udyr.
Yeah.
You're lucky Akshan doesn't have Ignite, because he could kill you with Ignite right now, but...
I decided to stay because I had a potion. Also, if I hit the wall, I get a bit more health.
You absolutely would still get dove here by Udyr, even if you had, like, half HP. There's like no point in Yi ganking top. He can't do anything. Well, I guess Akshan gave it up anyways. That was very close.
Yeah, it was a mistake on my part as well.
Oh, don't tell me you recall right now. Bro, don't, no! No, what are you doing? No! You need to just shove this in before he TPs in. Like, you had time to clear this wave.
Did I?
Yeah, just... Also, you... Okay, here, you need to be spam pinging your Yi to help you push. Because that's the only way that you get this into tower. You know that Akshan has TP, and your jungler literally just ganked for you. You should be spam assist pinging to push this lane. Anytime that you get a kill on your lane opponent and your wave is on this side and they have TP so they could just TP back in, you just want your jungler to push. Because otherwise, he can set up a freeze and it's going to force you to overextend and you're going to miss an entire wave. Like, look, you've missed one, and then you're gonna miss these 4 minions, so you're gonna miss 4 minions. Oh, this guy's stupid. He didn't even... Yeah. This guy's a moron. He should have let it push to him. That was really bad. I can't believe he let you get away with that.
I couldn't either, but there are still things after lane. The things that I struggled with.
Lane phase is always the most important part to look at, though, because it's like that controls what happens mid to late game. Like, if you're hard stomping lane, every decision that you make mid game is so much easier because you're just so much further ahead. So that's why it's actually important to look at the lane phase and like see what you could have done better. So you know this guy doesn't have flash. I think you just hold off and like try not to take any poke whatsoever. Wait for your ignite to come back in 30 seconds and then you all in him. You're just taking so much poke. Also, you should have gone... Okay, you did go Dorn Shield. Good. Did you go second win in your... Yep.
Yeah, it's just a really hard matchup. And I also don't really know when I can all-in this champion. The window seems very, very slim. And he always just feels that much stronger than you, even as a ranged champ into a melee.
So, the hook is a 16-second cooldown, okay? Your EQ, like 10 to 13 seconds. So what you should be doing is when both of you have neutral cooldowns, like everybody has everything available to them, you want to EQ forward and just try and get him to use his hook. If he uses his hook to get away, then you back up, and then you just wait for your cooldowns to come back up. Once your cooldowns are back like 2 seconds away from being back up, then you start walking forward, and you just all in with your ult ignite. Because you know that he won't have a hook shot for like 4 seconds afterwards.
What about his shield?
I mean, the shield's just like, I don't know what the cooldown is, but it's pretty short. But I think when you have your ult, it doesn't matter. Like, if you have ult and ignite, you just kill him.
The one thing I was worried about in this lane was, like, if I ever do try to ult on him and he ease away, then he could probably execute me with his ult.
Yeah, that's why I said you do it off of a timing. Like, you force him to use hookshot, and then you go in when your cooldowns are back up, like, right afterwards. Because there's a window there where he doesn't have hookshot available to him, so he can't get away from an all-in. So if he doesn't respect your spacing, then you just kill him. Like right here, it's pointless for you to go because obviously he has hookshot, right? But now he doesn't have hookshot, so if he stays in lane, then you just all in him like real quick. Now you don't know that he's recalling, but unfortunately, because it's an invis champion, you might be scared of like pushing right now because you don't know if he's actually still in lane. But like here, it's perfectly fine to just slow push. I think you cleared the wave a little too early because now you're stuck in this weird position.
Yeah.
If you slowly clear the wave, then the wave's here instead of right here. And then if it's right here, then you can just clear all the minions super fast. If Akshan tries to fight you in them, then you just fight him and you kill him because you have the minion advantage. But now you're in this weird spot where like you're forced to stay here because of the way that the wave is. Oh, right there? Yo, he's actually trolling. You need to go in on him right there. He used his hook shot, didn't get any value out of it, like he just straight up missed it. You have ult, you have your Q, you have stun, you have ignite. He still doesn't have flash from the previous fight. You're just running away from him instead of fighting him with these minions. But I promise you, if you hard all in him, you kill him here.
I just thought he would probably flash away, so my E was down.
Wait, how would he flash away? He used flash before. He doesn't have it up. Still down for another... Well, it's down for another 10 seconds, but like, he all-in'd at the wrong time. He has 10 seconds left on his flash, so you could just kill him before it even comes back up.
I think I was just afraid to fight him because of my E being on cooldown.
That doesn't matter though, you have 2 CC abilities. You can knock him up with Q3, or you could stun him. Remember, his ult is completely useless if he's standing directly in front of you, because you can just stop him from channeling. Or you can just straight up kill him. You needed to fight him with these minions. If you fight him with these minions, you win it with ult ignite. But you were just too afraid. And like, the end result is that you died anyways, so I would rather you try and fight with a 6 minion advantage versus running away and dying for free. Because now you're really screwed. Like, he's just so far ahead of you. Almost 1,000 gold, he's like 800, 700.
Yeah, that's nice. No, that's 1,000. I mean, I'm just roaming mid.
Yeah, because he has total control of the lane. Now he has full Hull Breaker, so again, you don't get Hull Breaker the first few levels. You get Hull Breaker like 10, 12 minutes into the game. So you just needed to play the early lane phase like way better in order for that to stop from happening, because now you can't fight him whatsoever. Like, he's just too strong. But we're still trying.
Yeah, I thought I could get maybe a few trades on the tower.
Oh wait, actually. How did this happen?
I'm not sure.
Oh, that was a really
yeah.
good stun.
I remember. I was hoping that he would get a bit overconfident and try to fight me, like, in my tower, and I could stun him outside of the range.
So okay, so here's my question. You clearly weren't afraid to fight him there, despite him having everything available to him. Like, he has flash, he has hookshot. You weren't afraid to fight him there. So why are we afraid to fight him, like, a minute or 2 minutes before this, where he didn't have flash, he didn't have hookshot?
I was just worried about his damage, so I thought that my E was something I needed for the all-ins.
You realize E is only like it was like 100 damage shield. That's so little. It's like, it's good for stopping certain things, but if he, think about this, if he is missing an ability, then you can be okay with missing an ability too, right? Like, if you don't have shield, but he doesn't have hookshot, what do you think is more valuable there?
His hookshot.
Yeah. Because not only does the hookshot do more damage if he's hitting you with more than one bullet, but he also has the mobility with it. You're missing the mobility, but it doesn't matter because he hookshotted into you, completely missed, and then he's just like walking you down with autos, but you still had like Q, W, ult, ignite.
Yeah, I think I trolled it.
Regardless, clearly you beat him, even though you don't have your full item yet, if you just take a proper trade. Obviously, he took a tower shot there, but I don't think he would have won that fight even if he didn't take the tower shot.
He might have. It's risky.
But also, same situation there, he just straight up missed his hookshot. So, kind of goes back to earlier, right? He didn't have hookshot in the previous fight. But you won this one when he has the item advantage. He had item advantage and level advantage. Now you have a level advantage here. I would try to all-in him when my ult comes back if he's not level 11. Aw, you missed the stun. I would just stop chasing after this point. There's no point in, like, continuing the chase here. You're just putting yourself in a dangerous spot. Why did we chase so far? Once he is at this point, where you miss the stun and he hook shots away, the play is over. This is done. He's out. I don't know, what's your vision setup like? So you don't know where Udyr is. So you're chasing into no vision. Like, I know Akshan is just gonna come over here and ult Yone, but like, that's his problem. Like, he honestly, I mean, he doesn't need your help anyways, he can just sit behind tower. Over chasing here just makes no sense, when you could just push tower, top, and probably just get it. Like, you pushed him out of lane. He's not gonna just walk back into lane through river, right? He has to go the long way because of the way that you initiated on him, but we overstayed and overforced. And now, you kind of baited your team into this fight, because, like, think about it. If you didn't overextend here, Akshan wouldn't be in this position. He would have just walked back through his own jungle. But you kind of baited your team into just fighting here. Like, they didn't have to do it, but they did because they saw that they were low. But if you just go top, then someone has to respond to top, right?
So at this point in the game, it's more valuable to be pushing towers, right?
Yes.
Even when the drag is up.
Well, Dragon's not up at that point. Like, there's still an entire, like, 2 minutes on it. Like, if we go back to where you initiated on Akshan, it's like, yeah, 2 minutes on Dragon.
Yeah, I was just asking, as I'm walking back to lane, what I should be looking for.
Well, you had already used your ult, so yeah, you don't have ult, you don't have flash. Kind of no reason to go dragon right now. Plus, since you guys are both, like, each team has one dragon, it's not a big deal if one or the other takes a dragon. Like, the dragon win condition is delayed for a very long time because, you know, there's one dragon each. If either team has both dragons at this point, though, then I would consider going to dragon. Because you're playing for the dragon win condition if you have that many dragons early. It's like, imagine if you get every dragon as early as possible, then you can get soul around 21, 22 minutes. That's like pretty fast, right? And most dragon souls you just straight up win off of. Like, if you get a mountain soul or if you get hex soul, like, those dragons are so strong that you actually just win games off of them. So that's when I would consider, like, okay, we play for soul. Think about, like, everything in the game has, like, a certain win condition, right? Riven's win condition is, like, I win lane really hard and I, like, hard stomp everybody. That's generally what Riven's win condition is. But you don't have to win the game off of Riven's win condition if you have others, like, let's say your Yi is really fed, then you just play around him. Or let's say you have 3 dragons at 20 minutes, then you just play for soul. Let's say your bot lane's ahead, then you play around them.
But what if your team actually isn't ahead?
What's that?
What if your team actually isn't ahead?
I don't care what... Okay. None of these players know how to play the game. Right? Like, generally, I would say that most gold players don't know how to play the game, especially if they've been there for a very long time. So whatever they say does not matter. If you are trying to be better than a gold player, you don't listen to other gold players. It's like, imagine if there was a challenger player in the same game. Would you listen to the gold player or the challenger player?
You probably listen to the challenger player.
Right, because they just know more about the game. But because it's solo queue, you're obviously not getting matched with challenger level players, so you have to think for yourself. Oh, what was that ignite? That was like a panic ignite.
Yeah, I thought he was going to hard tonight.
He just straight up missed hookshot again. This guy is super bad. Man, if we didn't use Ignite earlier, we actually just kill him with an ult all in here. I think you're taking really weird trades too. Like, you actually have a really good trade here, right? You E, W, Q. But you have to realize, and I think this is something I noticed with the first two games I watched you. If you are using one of Riven's mobility options to get in, you have to use the other to get out if you're not going all in. So if you're using dash to get in, it's fine if you're doing a quick trade, like you dash in, auto Q stun, but use your other Qs to get out, because you're just walking out. And so if you're walking out, then your opponent can just hit you a bunch of times for free, right? It's range versus melee. So instead of you losing half your health here, you could have lost like 1/4 instead. And it would have been a healthier trade, because obviously you will kill an action that's half HP versus you being half HP. And like, he doesn't have lifesteal yet either. That's another big thing, is Akshan is really hard to play against if he has lifesteal, but because he doesn't, every trade that you do without taking damage yourself leads into a big win condition for you. Because if you don't take damage and he takes damage, then the next time that you go in on him, you could probably just all in and just kill him. And he won't be able to recover that health because he doesn't have lifesteal. So every short trade that you do matters. I think the fact that you are playing Riven, but you haven't really all-in for 20 minutes straight, like you've done one all-in. The fact that you've only like gone for one kill the whole 20 minutes is like really, really bad. Because again, Riven's whole win condition is that she wants to hard stomp lane. She has the tools necessary to pretty much win almost any matchup if she plays it correctly. Obviously, there are harder matchups than others, right? Like, Garen is pretty hard. Renekton can be difficult. But it's not like those matchups are unwinnable. Because of the way that the champion works, if you are a more skilled player, you can just kill them anyways. I don't like recalling if I don't have the money for, like, a bigger item. So right now... Wait, did you even buy anything?
I think I did.
No, you just recalled and you just have 900 gold. Come on, man. What did we talk about last time? What's the point of recalling? Like, you literally are not getting anything here. Just push the wave, try and get tower, or go top, try and get minions. Like, what's the purpose of recalling here? You could just walk top right now if you were gonna go top anyways. You're wasting time. I think that's kind of the whole key to everything that you've been doing this game. You're just wasting time. You could be trying to all-in people, you could be trying to push towers, you could be trying to get minions, but you're just jerking off doing nothing. Like, you're actually just doing nothing. If Dragon is coming up in 60 seconds, and they have 3 people mid, one of them being Akshan, why are we just sitting here not pushing the wave? We should be pushing top right now. If they come for us through our jungle, that's good, because we're drawing them away from Dragon, which means that our team can go control it. But we're just like passively chilling, we're just farming. Got our headphones in, listening to music, just vibing, not really doing anything useful. What are we doing here? We're just sitting. Like, go top, go kill this Zyra. You have Flash Ignite ult. She doesn't have Flash or Exhaust. Let's go kill her. Right now, the rest of their team is at Dragon. You're just straight up not doing anything. Like, right there? Okay, you don't have cooldowns, never mind. As soon as you get cooldowns, I would try and outplay her root. If she misses root, go all in. Okay, we see everybody in the top river now, so... probably not the best idea anymore. But again, we're just spending so much time doing nothing. It's 24 minutes in, and we're still 1-2-1. Same as we were, like, 6 minutes ago. We haven't even taken tier 1 tower. How do we expect to win games if we're not doing anything? We're not being proactive. Remember what I said before, last time? Like, Riven has the potential to come back from almost any situation, given, like, she makes, like, a good catch. That's still true. But, like, we're just not doing anything. You still have a ward in your inventory you haven't used. Okay, at least you bought an item. I don't know if you needed to flash there. I think you could have ran away, but... oh no. So it is 26 minutes in. We have gotten 1 kill power, or KP, in the past 10 minutes. We have not taken a tower. We have not set up any sort of proactive play. We're just doing nothing. This is kind of funny that he thinks he can actually do anything about you.
I think he's just chasing me.
I don't know, it just seems like you're only passively farming. You just never want to use your... You just never want to fight, which is so weird as a Riven player. I get that Akshan is stronger than you, but what's stopping us from killing the rest of their team? Like, Brand, Jhin, Zyra, those are all very squishy champions. I think, yeah, you just need to be more aware of, like, when you can be proactive. So, like, put it this way. I have lost games where I'm, like, 16-3 as a top laner, despite me doing everything in my power to, like, be proactive, help everybody on my team, kill multiple targets every fight, try and contest every little piece of vision that I can. And most of the time, that's just because my team is bad. But what I'm saying here is, how do you expect to win games if you can't even get more than, like, 4 kills in a 32-minute game?
What's the rule of thumb that you want to have when trying to make plays? Like, is there anything that I should be looking for specifically?
If you see, okay, there's a couple things. If you see that your opponent is missing a major cooldown that they would normally use to fight, a great example of that is, like, well, like I said, let's say Akshan, right? If he doesn't have hookshot available, like he just completely missed it, he didn't hit you with it at all, he just straight up missed it. That's a great time where if you have your QE up, just all in him, like just try and fight him. If you know that someone doesn't have summoner spells, like if they don't have flash or ignite or exhaust or whatever it is, but you do, and you aren't massively behind, try and fight them. Try and all in them. Riven is a feast or famine champion. If you're not getting kills, you're useless. Fiora is another great example. Like, you literally can't beat Fiora if you don't play around her parry. Parry is like a 22-second cooldown at level 1, and she maxes it last. Oh, that's unfortunate. So the trick to this one is that you don't necessarily want to use parry on, like, Q1 or Q3 of Aatrox. If you can, use it on Q3.
Or his W, right?
I would just try and avoid the W. Like, I wouldn't really want to use it on it.
So at level 1, I'm not really stronger than Aatrox, am I?
No, you are.
If I play it well, probably.
You want to try and go for max range Q vital procs, though. Because ideally, you want to control the wave. So you get, like, the initial trade on him. If the vital is facing towards you right away, you just, like, Q at him at max range, proc it, and then back up. And then you control the wave from there.
I think that wave control is difficult on Fiora.
It's not, you just auto nonstop. And then anytime that Aatrox wants to try and go for a last hit, then you just Q at him at his vital. There, that's perfect.
Oops. I canceled the auto on the minion, and I tanked a lot of aggro.
Try not to push this anymore. No, it's gonna shove too fast. Aatrox just isn't hitting the wave. Does Gwen have Ghost or Flash?
Flash.
Okay, it'll be a lot easier to get away from her if she has flash. But I would be... Yep, she's here.
Sharp blade, sharp mind.
First blood.
Your move.
Double kill.
Jeez.
You definitely should have just walked away. I think you were trying to outplay the situation too heavily.
I just wanted to get the movement speed so I could run.
Precision.
But maybe I should have just walked away.
Yeah, just walk away.
Or I could have just warded
Enemy has been slain.
since I was pushed up that far.
I knew Gwen would be coming top. I didn't think she would 3-camp gank, but...
Yeah, I think that's something I could have avoided if I warded.
An enemy has been slain.
So like, here I wouldn't want to fight him, would I? I have an item advantage, but
You want to trim down the wave. He has level advantage.
At once.
Oh, we missed. This is sketchy. We don't have parry. We're just kind of initiating for no reason. He still has flash, so he's just going to flash onto you.
Have been slain.
Said trim down the wave. I don't think I said fight him.
Is this supposed to be a challenge?
Well, even though this is a counterpick matchup, we basically lose the rest of the game because we gave him 2 kills.
In the blink of an eye.
And he has massive XP advantage on us. Just ignore it. You obviously can't react to it.
An ally has
Okay.
been slain.
That's game.
Others try.
There's 0 chance we ever win lane versus him now. So only thing you do from here on out is just split push.
I think there's no window anymore. He's level 6.
They don't
Yeah,
look
it's
like
doomed.
An ally has been slain.
See, that's a perfect example of a player who's actually brain dead. Warwick thinks that you could have done something there, but in reality, like, there's just nothing you could do.
I have no equal.
That's why you don't listen to gold players.
So I just have to do my best to like play around what I already know.
Yep.
An
And he has double buff.
Yeah, it's super
Jesus.
doomed. Only just get last hits. You will never kill him in this situation. Just only get last hits. Please. Jesus Christ, why?
I guess that was just minion wave.
Yeah, but like, he just played it so poorly. He like didn't hit W on you at all. He didn't go for like max range Q or anything. He just like is auto attacking you, which is what Fiora wants.
Yeah, so his Q got timed out.
It's so dumb. Okay, recall. I would recall right now.
Right now.
Recall. Like, he already respawned. He's walking back to lane. You need to come back with the item advantage. Or really, it's bringing the game back to even.
I'll go Triforce here.
No, Gore Drinker.
Sharp blade, sharp mind.
Boots or I just take them. And he also doesn't have ult, so I can probably look to kill him now, right?
You both have Ignite. If you get a stun on him with the parry, yes. If you don't, no.
So the window is
Aatrox
very
ult
slow,
cooldown is pretty low. Like, he probably has it up within like 20 seconds from now.
so I have to be very, very, very careful with this.
Yeah. He still has XP advantage. Like, he'll hit level 7 off of this wave.
To the death. One step ahead.
Oops.
Yeah, that's good though. We'll get regen off of our double buff. Now, I would not Q in on him until you have parry back up.
Unrefined style.
That was a weird leg spike.
Okay, now is good.
Try me.
That's a kill. Took a little long to ignite, but otherwise that's fine.
I probably...
As soon as you land the stun, ignite ult.
An enemy has been slain.
Do not hesitate. With haste. Stand ready.
You honestly could... If you popped your health pot and then ran away immediately, I think you actually get out of that.
She still has ult, maybe? I think she still has ult.
An enemy
So I
has
just
been
kind of
slain.
accepted my death and tried to get the wave.
Yeah, it's fine. But now we have taken control of the lane again somehow. This Aatrox is bad.
I mean, I'm bad too, but I just got lucky, I guess. So she had Rip Herald, so...
Yeah, I would not fight here. You need a ward. Ward your try and let the wave come to you.
Control word, not
Never
trying.
mind, you don't... Okay. I was gonna say, never mind, you don't need a ward because we saw Gwyn on the minimap right then and there.
Others try. I succeed.
When he misses his Q3, I would... I was gonna say Q at him.
I have no equal.
So it's like I said with the action, if he's missing a cooldown, that's one of his most important ones, there's no reason not to just go in.
Shut down.
Insolent peasants.
Yeah, you got it. He flashed. Still, you have control now. If he stays in lane, you kill him at tower. And if he doesn't stay, then you just get plating.
So right now I want to be shoving, right?
Yep, hard shove. And I think that plating should get you Gore Drinker. Okay, recall. You got it. Yep, that's perfect. Now we're ahead of him.
Precision and grace.
Yeah, he shoved that wave.
Doesn't matter. We're stronger than him now. Obviously, wait for your ult to come back before you try and all-in him, but any time that he misses Q3, just Q at him. Like, even if the Vital is not facing towards you, just Q at him and, like, auto once, and then just walk away.
So try to take poke trades, right?
Yeah, just super quick trades. Don't overextend for it.
An enemy has been slain.
It's like Q1, Q2. He doesn't have Q3 now. And now it's back up. His W is another big one where like that's like a 20+ second cooldown as well. And he doesn't put points into that until level 14.
Enemy killing spree.
Nice.
Is this supposed to be a challenge?
You have slain an enemy.
Perfect.
I mean, do I have to be afraid of Kiana still?
Probably not. You have parry. But we see Gwyn and Kiana on the other side of the map, so we take this whole tower.
Strike back.
Let the minions die as much as possible, though. Like,
So
once you
deny
get it
it's fine,
below...
right?
Like, stop hitting it, and just collect the next wave.
I think that he can run me down right now, since I don't have much mana.
Blink of an eye.
Yeah, that's fine. We just want to collect the wave and then leave. We'll go for Essence Reaver next. We could actually just recall here.
Essence Reaver instead of Death's Dance.
Yeah, I think Essence Reaver is so important for Fiora.
Deftly.
Recall. We don't want to be here. He's going to clear the wave anyways. If he's smart, he'll let the tower die, but... I mean...
Turret plating will fall soon.
I should have probably stood here.
No, that's fine. Realistically, we should have backed before it even had a chance to die.
Others try. I succeed.
Go Essence Reaver. The reason why we go Essence Reaver is because, like, then you just never have mana issues. If you don't go Essence Reaver, you, like, take one trade, and then you're almost out of mana.
So what should I be doing here? Just hard shoving the wave?
Yep. Or, I guess, realistically, we should be slow pushing it. Check what Dragon Timer is right now.
Oh, Aatrox is down there.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Aatrox is down here.
Okay, then we just hard shove and take top.
And then is...
Use your parry on the wave, too. Like, nobody can be here, so it doesn't matter if you don't have it.
I never hold
Shut
back.
down.
By the time someone reacts to us, we should have it back up. Careful,
Back up.
Aatrox is coming through top jungle. I would not go that way.
Has been destroyed.
Never mind, he's
still
mid.
mid.
Okay. You could honestly, if you get like one or
Probably
two...
dive him if I'm...
Yeah, if
Okay,
you
just
if you
go
get the
after
right
it.
angle on him, you can definitely dive. Back up.
Oh,
What are you
shit.
doing?
Such onward fine style.
Oops.
You have been slain.
You were tunnel visioned a little too hard on the gen.
Yeah. So if you're split pushing, would you rather get Farsight wards?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just kind of depends. Like, it kind of depends on the map. Like, if you have Infernal map, I would not do it because there's almost nowhere to actually place it. But since it's Cloud map,
Enemy has been
it's fine.
At once.
An ally has been slain.
The Gwen is also pretty fed. Low down.
Back up. 3 people here. We don't win that.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Is this supposed
Let's
to
see.
You can walk at them. I would walk forward. You have your whole team with you. There's no reason not to walk forward.
Should I start looking to pressure bot lane?
No. I would keep going top. Your team actually shouldn't be here right now. They only reacted because the Rift Herald, but
others try? I succeed.
Dragon's coming up, so I would just ignore it. Okay. This is a very key factor about playing Fiora, especially in low elo. Don't listen to your team when they want Dragon, especially because this is a Cloud Dragon, so it actually doesn't matter. All that matters is that you get towers.
Equal.
Now, he has red buff, so he's kind of scary. But you'll have level advantage after 1 minion.
An enemy has been slain.
Stand ready. Sharp
Okay, he's out. Personally, I would have waited for the level 12, but it's fine. I would not try and fight him right now. Oh boy, we're going in.
And grace.
Yikes, this is not good.
So, what am I here for? I'm like telling you what to do, but you're just not listening. Like I say,
Yeah.
don't fight him, and then you fight him. I say wait, and then you don't wait.
I definitely tunnel vision too hard there.
The reason why we don't fight him there is because we don't have ult and we don't have ignite. He has ult still. So
At once.
how are we supposed to be expected to win that? We don't have Grievous naturally. We don't have like executioners or anything, so he's just gonna out heal any damage that we do. We don't have the burst without it without ult.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Hesitate.
Since he's mid, I should just push out this lane.
Is this supposed to be a challenge?
if Baron's
The issue
up
now is that
shy.
Baron is coming up, so if we get caught here, then we just lose Baron, and that makes the game really hard. I
should be
would just
looking
get
at
in bush and recall. I would go bottom.
In the blink of an eye.
Put your blue trinket on Baron. And then just go bottom.
Others try. I succeed.
Aatrox is up there.
Check Kiana's items.
I have no equal.
Okay, so
Prowler's
she only
Claw.
has Prowler's Claw. You definitely beat her in a fight.
I'm not. I mean, I also only have one item.
Doesn't matter, you beat her in a fight, I promise you.
What if I just miss everything?
Has been slain.
Well, then that's your
Should I be,
fault.
like, warding somewhere up there?
Your turret has
Put a
been
pink ward on your left. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Precision and grace.
Yeah, I promise you, you just beat her, but everybody on their team is missing, so I would just not...
Such unrefined style.
Go bottom again. Keep going bottom.
An ally has been slain.
Prepare to die.
If
So,
Kiana is still
Aatrox-
here, we dive her.
Yeah.
Kind of hard if she has the bush.
Down.
I'm pretty sure my Q still hits her when she's invis.
An ally has been slain.
Okay, that's perfect. We dive her after. She has no stun. Just kill her.
You have slain an enemy.
Perfect.
And her team is dead too. That's great.
And get tower. I don't know if you know how Kiana works, but basically, once she misses ult and she's not near the river, she cannot stun you because she only gets stun off of absorbing the water element.
Basing here is good, right? Or should
Yep.
I should probably take Krugs, right?
No, I would recall. I would recall.
Oh, that's huge, I guess.
Get your Essence Reaver. Oh, you got it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
Hydra.
for a push.
Supposed
Okay.
to be a challenge.
And where should I be pushing now since both objectives are about to be up?
I would
mean,
actually go mid. We can get that mid tower pretty easily with Essence Reaver and Demolish. And you can also still respond to anything that's happening on either side.
It looks like they're just hanging around mid though.
Yeah, I would still go mid. You don't have to be afraid here. It's hard shove this wave.
Others try. I succeed.
Kind of an unnecessary parry we just avoided instead of parrying it.
I just thought I would get ulted if I got hit by that. Do I stay mid here?
Yeah, just go mid. Because their team now has to respond. If their team goes dragon, then we just get mid.
I have no equal.
Oh, that's huge. Oh shit.
The parry was a little scuffed, but still worked out for
I was
us.
just expecting the Kiana to ult me much sooner.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
What should we be doing here?
Fine style.
Realistically, we should have gotten dragon or baron.
Yeah. Do I help with it?
Yeah, just do dragon.
Has been slain.
And I can recall after, right?
Yep.
Actually, I have full mana.
No. Recall. You have no health. If your
Yeah.
Ahri is dead and you die next, they get baron, and then the game becomes very difficult.
I'm noticing that a lot of these top lane tips are mostly don't die.
Do not hesitate.
I mean,
Or
dying
whatever
is
leads
literally
into not dying.
like. Have you ever played blackjack?
No.
No. I was gonna use the counting cards expression, but basically, like,
Supposed to be a
think of every time someone dies on the map, whether it's your team or their team, as an advantage. So numerically, you would do like, okay, someone dies, that's +1 for whoever killed them. And so like if an entire team dies, that's +5, right? So every time that you have that numerical advantage, that's something that you can do on the map that they can't do anything about. So if someone's like +1 or +2, then maybe they can push a lane and get a tower. If they're +3 or 4, maybe they get Baron. So like, you guys killed 3 people and didn't lose anyone earlier. You got mid tower, but you probably should have gotten Baron.
others.
Yeah. I should keep pushing, right?
Yep, you get inhib off of this. What's up, Noldar?
Ally has been slain.
It is early.
Kill.
I
Oh,
have
that was unnecessary for drinker.
You can kill her, what the hell? She's so low.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Rampage.
You can kill her too.
I guess I can.
Yeah, just get inhib.
shall mind.
Your team has destroyed
We can back off now, right? Actually, could we push?
You get mid.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Do we keep rushing or back off?
No, we just back off here.
Should we
This
try
is
for
a
Baron?
guaranteed Baron angle. They have supers pushing mid and bot.
An ally
Oh,
has been
your Ari
slain.
just died.
It doesn't look like anybody else is gonna help us with this.
If Warwick actually shows up, and you get it. Okay, it should still be fine. Then afterwards, you just recall and just go straight top, and you end the game through top.
Do I ping for assistance on it?
Sure. Get a chain vest. I don't know.
Chain vest?
Yeah, chain vest over whatever you're getting. The chain vest ensures that, like, nobody on their team can actually, like, do anything about us. Only person that can damage us is Gwen, but we can just avoid her.
Is this supposed to be a challenge?
Just ignore him, he's an idiot.
Should we wait?
No, there's no reason to wait. They have to respond to bottom and mid. You get this tower guaranteed.
Wow, that's a lot of damage.
I wouldn't... Well, boy. Okay, we just kill them all, I guess.
Balanced champion.
So, exactly what just happened there is what should be happening in your Riven games. Like, if you are just stomping your lane hard enough, then you just kill people. You just win the game off of those kills. I would argue you played the Fiora game way better than any of the Riven games I've watched you play.
Ouch. I at least know how her kit works.
What's that?
My only thing about the Riven games is that I try to find games that I know for a fact that I'm struggled in, rather than showing you good games, because I feel like there's more to learn from losses.
No, yeah, that's true. And that's great that you actually know that. Like, I mean, obviously, you remember the game against Jin where, like, you just straight up didn't buy an item and that cost you the game.
Yeah, I remember that one.
But then, like, the action game, it's just, well, you didn't do anything proactive, so of course you lost.
I've heard that being proactive is less useful in low elo. Is that true?
No, not at all.
you
So,
should
like,
always be
think
looking
about
for
this.
lanes.
Your teammates aren't good enough to know where the jungle is pathing without any vision. Like, when I play the game, I know that if someone is playing, like, let's say Kayn, right? I know that Kayn is either going to start Raptors or Red. They almost never start, like, Blue or Wolves or whatever. So, if that's the case, I know exactly where Kayn is pathing to, and I don't need vision to understand that. Because I know he's going to do, like, Raptors, Red, Krugs, and then opposite side. But gold players aren't smart enough to realize that, like, a jungle is pathing that in that position. So if you are controlling top lane extremely well, like you are hitting every last hit, you crashed wave 3, and you have time to go ward the enemy jungle, by warding the enemy jungle, even though like, let's say you ward their blue Gromp and you see both of them are up, that gives you information for the entire team, because it'll let you know, okay, the enemy jungle has not done their blue Gromp yet, so they either are on the opposite side trying to gank, bottom,
Or they're pathing toward top side.
Yeah, and with that, you can ping your team, like, back off. If you're you see your bot lane's overextended, and you know that the jungler is down there, you could just danger ping it, and most of the time people will listen to that. They don't always, and of course they just die because they're bad, but just by doing that, you're increasing your chances of winning a game because your bottom lane isn't getting giga stomped like 5 minutes into the game. Because if you notice, most games are lost before like the 15-minute mark because of how bad people play early, and dying and losing early is like the easiest way to lose a game. Like I'm sure you've had games where you die to the enemy top like level 2 and then you're just screwed for the entire game.
Yeah.
Because you can't do anything. Like they just control the lane, they can kill you if you step up, so then you try and go somewhere else, but then they just take all the turret plates and get even more gold, or they follow your roam and then kill you and the enemy mid laner or whatever.
So thank you for the coaching. I think that is a good place to stop for now, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Thank you very much, Basic.
No
I'll try to
problem.
implement this in my future games, but before I do go, are there any tips that you have for making these plays or being more proactive? Like, even you said that stomping lane is, of course, the easiest way to carry on Riven, but I want to know what I should be prioritizing at certain points in the game. Like, if Baron's up, I was split pushing on Fiora. If I was on Riven, I would probably look to go fight there, right?
Yes. And so one thing that I really like to do whenever I'm playing someone who has a lot of burst, so Riven is an example, but you could also use someone like Annie or Victor or whoever, right? Like just someone who can very quickly 100 to 0 someone. I like to take oracles, pop it, run into their jungle, and just see if you can catch someone going to a camp. Because most of the time people are trying to like maximize their gold efficiency, right? So if you see that, let's say the enemy Krugs are up, and you clear all the vision leading up to the Krugs, you didn't walk through any wards, you know they have no vision. If you just sit there and wait, chances are someone's going to come to them, and then you just kill them while they're attempting to do Krugs. You can even watch them use their cooldowns on Krugs. Like Udyr is a good example where if you see him like switch to Phoenix stance or Tiger stance or whatever, that means he can't switch to Bear stance for like 3 seconds. So as soon as you see that switch, you immediately just jump on him and like try and kill him because he can't do anything. He can't stun you because he already switched his stance.
All right. So thank you again, Basic, and see you later. Okay.
Yeah. See you later.